Oh, silence. They think they know you. They think they've got you all figured out, don't they? In their minds, you're predictable. You'll beg, you'll chase, you'll crumble. They believe they hold the strings, pulling you here, pushing you there. One little gesture, one breadcrumb of attention, and you'll come running back to their altar like a devoted servant, because that's what you are to them, right? A puppy, a doormat, someone they can use, dismiss, and summon at will. But here's the truth. They don't know you. Not the real you. Maybe you've played the role before, given them your tears, your explanations, your endless justifications. Maybe you've bent over backward, lowered your voice, softened your strength just to make them feel big. I don't care what you were before, this puppet, trash, doormat. It doesn't matter. What matters is what you will become after this moment. You see, silence isn't passive. It isn't retreat. It's a weapon, a boundary, a decision. It's the moment you stop playing their game and start playing your own. They think they control you. Oh, how wrong they are. Because when you stop speaking, when you stop reacting, when you stop giving them the satisfaction of your energy, they lose everything. The power they thought they had, gone. The control they assumed was theirs, shattered. Your silence is the one thing they can't manipulate. It's untouchable, unbreakable. It's the mirror that reflects back their own arrogance, their selfishness, their shallow attitude. Let them sit with it. Let them choke on the emptiness you leave behind. They'll scramble, they'll fumble, they'll try to provoke you. But don't give them a single word, not a sigh, not a whisper. Let your silence roar louder than anything you've ever said before. They expected you to play along, didn't they? They were so sure of it. They thought you'd keep showing up, keep forgiving, keep dancing to their tune. But here's the twist. They can't handle your absence. They've built their pride on the foundation of your reactions, and when you take those away, the whole thing crumbles. They'll feel it in every unanswered text, every call that goes to voicemail, every moment they look for your attention and find nothing but silence staring back at them. Oh, they'll pretend it doesn't bother them. They'll act like your withdrawal is meaningless, like they're unshaken. But you know better. You know the truth. Inside, they're unraveling piece by piece because, without your energy, without your validation, they're left with only themselves. And let's be honest, they won't like what they see. You are no longer their puppet. You are no longer kneeling at their altar. You are not chasing, pleading, or explaining. You are silence. You are strength. And you are the storm they never saw coming. Let them feel the weight of their own actions. Let them taste the dust of your departure. Let your absence be the void they can't escape, the echo that reminds them every single day of what they lost. This isn't about revenge. It's about respect. It's about showing them, without a single word, that you are no longer part of their game. Silence is your declaration of independence, your refusal to be anyone's pawn. They thought they knew you. Let them think again. Let them watch helpless as you reclaim your power. Because silence isn't submission. It's the loudest, most unshakable statement you'll ever make. Now, they'll see the truth. You were never weak. You were never theirs to control. And now, in the quiet space you've created, they'll be forced to sit with the reality of who they are and who you've become, strong, untouchable, and utterly free. Don't just write this off as words. Don't just listen to it and go back to being who you were. Let this be the line in the sand. Let this be the moment everything changes. The next time they try to provoke you, to pull you back into their chaos, give them nothing. Not because you're cold, not because you're bitter, but because you're done. Done with their games, done with their ego, done with being their puppet. This is your silence. This is your power. Let them feel it. Let them hate it. Let them finally realize that they never truly knew you at all. And hey, don't think for a second we're done here. This journey is just getting started. This isn't the end of your story. It's the spark that ignites your transformation. Today is the day you flip the script. The day you not only show them but show yourself just how strong, independent, and unshakable you truly are. You see, silence isn't just a tool, it's a weapon. And today, we're going to sharpen it with some dark psychology tactics. But hold on, don't get it twisted. We're not talking about manipulation, deceit, or games. No, this is about reclaiming your power, about mastering the art of being so untouchable, so grounded, that their ego crumbles under the weight of your absence. This is about you taking control of your narrative, about making silence the roar that drowns out their arrogance and forces them to confront themselves in the mirror. It's about teaching them a lesson they'll never forget. Not through words, not through conflict, but through the quiet, unshakable force of your transformation. And this transformation, that is what we are going to talk about in the next part of this video. So, are you ready? Really ready? If you are, smash that like button under this video. Don't just tap it, smash it. This isn't just for you. This is for everyone out there who needs this message, who's looking for the strength to reclaim their life. Every like, every comment helps this message reach someone who needs it just as much as you do. Let's light the fire. Let's turn silence into power. This is your moment. Your journey starts now. Let's do this. Number 1. Thrive in independence. Independence isn't just freedom from others. It's freedom from their power over you, their opinions, and their expectations. It's about standing tall in your own life, making choices not for applause, but for your own satisfaction. It's about saying, I can walk this road alone, and I will thrive doing it. But they don't want you to be independent, do they? They want you to need them. They want you to stay small, stay dependent, stay predictable, because that's how they keep you under their thumb. But here's the truth. Independence shatters their illusion of control. When you stop seeking their approval, when you stop revolving your world around their attention, they lose the power they thought they had over you. You think it's going to feel good to them when you stop showing up at their altar, when you stop running to them every time they drop breadcrumbs of affection? Oh no, it's going to sting hard because they've built their pride on the lie that you need them. But today, you prove them wrong. How do you do it? How do you thrive in independence? You start by making yourself the center of your world, not them, not anyone else. You take stock of your life. What makes you happy? What makes you feel alive? Maybe you've forgotten because you've been so focused on pleasing others. That ends now. Start small. Make a list of the things you used to love doing before their opinion mattered so much. Music, art, running, whatever it is. Bring it back into your life. And if you don't know where to start, try something completely new. Sign up for a class, join a group, or explore a passion you've always been curious about. Does it feel difficult? Of course it does. Breaking free is never easy. Independence is a muscle, and right now it might be weak. But here's the beauty of it. Every small step you take makes it stronger. It's like climbing a mountain. At first, every step feels heavy, like the weight of your old habits is dragging you down. But the higher you climb, the lighter it gets. Soon, you'll look back and realize how far you've come. And the view from up there? It's breathtaking. Imagine this. You're a bird in a cage. The door is open, but you've been inside for so long, you've forgotten what it feels like to fly. They've convinced you that the cage is all you need, but deep down, you know better. One day, you take a leap. It's terrifying at first. Your wings are rusty, and the air feels unfamiliar. But then you realize something incredible. You were made for this. Made to soar, made to explore, made to thrive in the open sky. Independence is your flight, and it's waiting for you. Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment." And that's exactly what you're doing. When you embrace independence, you're becoming yourself again. Not the version of you they wanted, but the version you were always meant to be. And when it feels hard, remind yourself, this is not just for today. This is for the life you deserve. This is for the freedom to live on your terms, to walk into any room knowing that you belong there, not because someone else said so, but because you decided it. Remember, you're not just learning to live without them. You're learning to live fully, boldly, unapologetically, as you. You don't need anyone's permission to thrive. You don't need anyone's approval to grow. You are the foundation of your life, and everything you build from here will be stronger than anything you've left behind. Say this affirmation: I thrive in my independence. Say it out loud. Write it down. Throw it in the comments. Let it hit you deep, because this is your truth now. This is your strength. And if anyone dares to question it, let them. They don't matter. What matters is the life you're building, the freedom you're claiming, the wings you're spreading. Let the world see you thrive, not for their applause, but for your own peace. I thrive in my independence. Write it. Own it. Believe it. This is your journey, and you're already taking the first step. And hey, if you haven't hit that small like button under this video yet, please make sure you do. It's such a tiny action for you, but for us, it means everything. It helps us grow, reach more people, and keep creating content that empowers you. Number 2, spend time with people who respect you. Respect. Let's talk about it. You've given so much of it to others, haven't you? You've bent over backward, compromised, stayed up late, and sacrificed your peace just to make someone else feel important. But what did you get in turn? Did they respect you truly, or did they just take and take until you had nothing left to give? It's time to flip the script. Time to stop wasting your energy on people who see you as an option while you treat them like a priority. You deserve better, and it starts with choosing to spend your time with people who genuinely respect you, not the ones who tolerate you, not the ones who use you, the ones who see your value, who honor your presence, and who give as much as they take. Let's get something straight. Respect isn't about flattery or surface-level compliments. It's about how people treat you when they don't need anything from you. It's about who shows up when things get hard. It's about who listens to you without judgment, who values your boundaries, and who appreciates your worth without you having to prove it. These are the people you need to surround yourself with. Imagine you're a garden. The people you allow into your life are the ones tending your soil, planting seeds, watering your roots. But some people, they're weeds. They choke your growth, suck your energy, and leave you feeling drained. Spending time with people who respect you is like clearing those weeds out of your garden. It's choosing sunlight over shade, growth over stagnation, life over survival. You think that's too much to ask? It's not. The people who truly matter won't hesitate to show you respect because it comes naturally to them. They won't make you beg for it. They won't question your boundaries, and they sure as hell won't try to manipulate you into thinking you're asking for too much. So what does it look like to spend time with people who respect you? It starts with saying no to those who don't. That's the hard part, isn't it? Cutting off the ones who've been part of your life for so long that it feels wrong to let them go, even when they've shown you over and over again that they don't deserve a place in your life. But here's the truth. You can't make space for people who respect you until you remove the ones who don't. Psychology backs this up. Humans mirror the energy they're surrounded by. Spend time with people who constantly criticize, belittle, or take advantage of you, and guess what? You'll start believing you deserve it. But when you're around people who uplift you, who celebrate your wins, who see your worth, you start to rise to that level. Their respect becomes a mirror for your self-respect. Now, I won't lie to you. It might feel lonely at first when you start cutting out the weeds. Your garden might look bare, but that emptiness isn't a loss. It's an opportunity. It's space for new growth, for better connections, for relationships that nourish your soul instead of draining it. Picture this. You're a diamond in the rough. People who don't respect you will treat you like a rock, stepping over you, ignoring your shine, forgetting your worth. But the right people, they see the diamond. They polish it, protect it, and value it for what it truly is. That's the difference between those who take you for granted and those who truly respect you. As Maya Angelou once said, never make someone a priority when all you are to them is an option. That's the energy you need to live by. The moment you stop prioritizing people who don't respect you is the moment you start creating a life where you're surrounded by love, dignity, and mutual respect. If it feels hard, remember this. Every person you let go of opens a door for someone better to walk in. Every time you demand respect, you teach the world how to treat you. It's not about being cold or bitter. It's about honoring yourself enough to only let in those who reflect your worth. Say this affirmation: I deserve respect, and I choose to surround myself with those who honor me. Let it sink in, write it, shout it, throw it in the comments, make it your mantra. Because the life you're building now, it's a life where respect isn't negotiable, it's a requirement. Spend time with people who respect you, not because you're desperate for validation, but because you know that's the bare minimum you deserve. And anyone who can't meet that, let them watch from the sidelines while you thrive in the company of those who truly see you. I deserve respect, and I choose to surround myself with those who honor me. Say it, believe it, live it. This is your time, your transformation, and it starts with choosing people who lift you up instead of tearing you down. And hey, share where you stand in the comments, what you're feeling right now and what you've gone through. Take a moment to read what others have shared as well. It's a great way to connect, find support, and remind yourself that you're not alone on this journey. Number 3, elevate your emotional intelligence. Let's get one thing straight. They expect you to react. That's how they think they'll control you. They want your anger, your tears, your frustration, because every reaction you give feeds their sense of power. But when you elevate your emotional intelligence, when you stop giving them those reactions, you become untouchable. You shift from being their emotional puppet to the master of your own mind. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand and control your emotions while understanding the emotions of others. It's not about suppressing how you feel. It's about mastering it. When you're calm while they're flailing, when you're composed while they're chaotic, they lose the hold they thought they had on you. Your peace becomes their frustration. Your control becomes their undoing. You want them to crumble? Don't shout. Don't argue. Don't explain. Just stay calm. Because nothing is more unsettling to someone trying to provoke you than absolute, unshakable calm. They'll spiral, trying to figure out why their words don't cut, why their actions don't sting, why their games don't work anymore. And in the silence of your emotional clarity, they'll face a truth they can't handle. They've lost their power over you. How do you elevate your emotional intelligence? You start by knowing yourself. When was the last time you sat with your emotions, really sat with them, instead of running from them or letting them explode out of you? It's not easy. Self-awareness never is. But when you take the time to understand what triggers you and why, you start to regain control over your reactions. Imagine this. Your mind is like a thermostat. When someone tries to provoke you, they're cranking up the heat, trying to make you lose your cool. But emotional intelligence lets you control that thermostat. No matter how much they turn the dial, you stay at the temperature you choose. They don't control the heat, you do. And when they realize they can't shake you, their entire game falls apart. Emotional intelligence also means seeing through their behavior. Why are they acting out? Why are they trying to provoke you? 9 times out of 10, it's not about you. It's about them. Their insecurities, their fears, their need for control. When you understand that, you stop taking their actions personally. You realize their words and behavior are a reflection of them, not you. That's emotional freedom. That's power. But let's not pretend this transformation is easy. Learning to control your emotions, to respond instead of react, is one of the hardest things you'll ever do. There will be times you want to scream, to fight back, to prove your point. Don't. Instead, take a deep breath and ask yourself, is this worth my peace? Because 9 times out of 10, the answer is no. Building emotional intelligence takes practice. Start small. The next time someone tries to provoke you, pause. Just pause. Count to 3. Take a deep breath and choose how to respond. It might feel unnatural at first, but over time, that pause becomes your superpower. It's the moment you reclaim your control, your calm, your strength. Imagine you're a mountain. The wind howls, the storm rages, but you remain unshaken. That's what emotional intelligence feels like. The world can throw chaos at you, but you stay rooted, grounded, untouchable. And when the storm passes, guess what? You're still standing. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That's the essence of emotional intelligence. You can't control what others say or do, but you can control how you respond. And that response, or lack of one, will be the difference between staying trapped in their games or rising above them. If it feels difficult, remember this. Every time you choose calm over chaos, you're building a foundation for a stronger, freer version of yourself. Emotional intelligence isn't just a skill, it's a shield. It protects your peace, your energy, your life. And every time you practice it, you're reinforcing your boundaries, showing the world and yourself that you are unshakable. Say this affirmation: I master my emotions. They do not master me. Write it down, say it out loud, throw it in the comments, let it sink in, because this is the truth you're building your life on. You are not a slave to your emotions or anyone else's manipulations. You are calm, composed, and in control. When they see you like this, when they see they can no longer push your buttons, they'll realize they never really knew you. They'll see the strength in your silence, the power in your calm, and that will shake them to their core. I master my emotions. They do not master me. Say it, own it, live it. This is your power, and no one can take it from you. Number 4, strengthen physical presence. Your physical presence is the first thing people notice. even before you say a word. It's the silent declaration of who you are, a message of confidence, strength, and resilience. And when you walk into a room with purpose, when your posture, energy, and presence demand respect, you don't need to utter a single word to make them feel your power. They'll feel it, trust me, they will. But here's the thing, they don't expect this from you. They've grown comfortable seeing you slouched, small, unsure of yourself. They've assumed they've worn you down. And now is the time to show them they were wrong. Because when you strengthen your physical presence, you not only transform how others see you, you transform how you see yourself. Let's get real. Your physical presence isn't just about appearance, it's about energy. It's about walking like you own the ground beneath your feet, standing like you belong wherever you are, and moving like someone who knows their worth. It's about sending a message without needing to speak. I am here. I am strong. I am unshakable. How do you do it? Start simple. Straighten your posture. When you stand tall with your shoulders back and your head high, you immediately project confidence, even if you don't feel it yet. Psychological studies have proven that your body language doesn't just influence how others see you, it influences how you see yourself. When you stand like you're powerful, you start to feel powerful. Imagine a lion walking through its territory. It doesn't rush, it doesn't cower. It moves with calm, deliberate strength, like it knows it's the king of the jungle. That's the energy you're aiming for. Not arrogance, not aggression, just quiet, undeniable strength. Now let's talk about actions. Strengthening your physical presence means taking care of your body, not for anyone else, but for you. Hit the gym, take a yoga class, go for a run, move your body in ways that make you feel strong and alive. This isn't about fitting into anyone else's expectations. This is about building a body that feels as powerful as your spirit. When you train your body, you're not just gaining strength, you're proving to yourself that you're capable of transformation. Each push-up, each mile, each moment of sweat is a reminder, I am stronger than I thought. And that strength, it radiates. People can sense it. They can see it in the way you carry yourself, in the way you take up space without apology. But let's be honest, this isn't always easy. Some days, you'll feel like shrinking, like hiding, like the weight of it all is too much. And on those days, you have to remind yourself, every step you take toward strengthening your physical presence is a step toward reclaiming your power. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to keep showing up. Picture this, you're a mountain, solid, steady, unyielding. People might try to shake you, to climb you, to tear you down, but you don't move. That's the energy of a strong physical presence. It's not about being flashy or loud. It's about being grounded, unbreakable, and undeniable. As the ancient Stoics would say, you have control over yourself, and that is all the power you need. Your body is the vessel of that control. When you strengthen it, you're not just building muscle or endurance. You're building a fortress of confidence that no one can penetrate. Say this affirmation, I stand strong in my presence. Say it, write it, believe it. Throw it in the comments. Let it remind you of the power you're stepping into. Because this isn't just about looking strong. It's about being strong, inside and out. And when they see you like this, when they see you walking tall, carrying yourself like someone who knows their worth, they'll feel it. They'll feel the shift, the transformation, the distance between who you were and who you've become. They'll realize they never really knew you, and that will be their reckoning. I stand strong in my presence. Say it. Own it. Live it. This is your transformation, and no one can take it from you. Number 5. Master the art of non-reaction. Non-reaction and reaction, that's what they're counting on. your anger, your frustration, your tears. It's fuel to their fire. Every time you explode, they win. Every time you plead, they win. Every time you let their words or actions shake you, they win. But when you master the art of non-reaction, when you refuse to give them the satisfaction of controlling your emotions, you take back every ounce of power they thought they had over you. Non-reaction isn't silence alone. It's silence with strength behind it. It's the ability to stay calm while someone else spirals, to hold your ground while someone else tries to push your buttons. They want chaos. They thrive on it. But when you respond with composure, they're left floundering, confused, and powerless. Think about it. How many times have you walked away from an argument, a fight, or a confrontation, kicking yourself for letting them get the best of you? That ends now. Non-reaction is your shield. It protects your peace, your energy, your dignity. Because here's the truth. Not everything, and not everyone, deserves your response. Imagine you're a still lake. Someone throws a stone, expecting ripples, waves, a reaction. But instead, the water stays calm, unmoved. That's the power of non-reaction. It doesn't mean you're weak, it means you're in control, and that control terrifies them. They rely on your emotional outbursts to validate their own behavior. Without it, they're left staring into a mirror, forced to face the emptiness of their actions. Non-reaction starts with self-awareness. What triggers you? What makes you want to lash out, to defend yourself, to prove your point? Identify those moments when you feel the surge of anger or hurt. Pause. Take a breath. Count to 3, to 10, to however long it takes for you to regain your calm. In that pause, you reclaim your power. In that pause, you remind yourself that your peace matters more than their chaos. This isn't easy. In fact, it's one of the hardest things you'll ever do. We're wired to react, to defend ourselves, to protect our ego. But non-reaction isn't about ego. It's about wisdom. It's about understanding that not every battle is worth fighting, and not every word deserves a response. As the Stoics believed, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Most of the time, your reaction isn't about the moment. It's about the story you've built in your head. Let that story go. Focus on the present. Focus on staying calm. Picture this. You're a mountain. The wind howls, the rain pours, but you remain unshaken. People might scream their insults or try to provoke you, but like that mountain, you don't move. Non-reaction is your anchor. It keeps you steady while the storm rages around you. Let me make one thing clear. Non-reaction doesn't mean you're ignoring the issue. It doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're choosing your battles wisely. You're deciding not to waste your energy on people or situations that don't deserve it. Non-reaction isn't passive. It's the ultimate act of self-control. Here's the kicker. When you stop reacting, you shift the balance of power. They'll scramble, trying harder to provoke you, but their attempts will fall flat. They'll grow frustrated, confused, even desperate. And in that moment, they'll realize that they no longer hold the strings. You've cut them. They have no power here. Say this affirmation. I choose calm over chaos. Let it sink in. Say it out loud. Write it down. Throw it in the comments. Every time you feel the urge to react, repeat it to yourself. I choose calm over chaos. Because that's exactly what you're doing. Choosing peace over drama, strength over weakness, control over chaos. And here's the beauty of it. Non-reaction doesn't just protect you from them, it transforms you. Every time you practice it, you become stronger, more grounded, more resilient. The things that used to shake you won't even touch you anymore. You'll walk through life like that mountain, steady and unyielding, while others exhaust themselves trying to provoke a reaction. I choose calm over chaos. Say it, live it, be it. This is your power now, and no one can take it from you. Let them see the strength in your silence, the control in your calm. Let them realize they never truly knew you, and let them crumble under the weight of their own chaos. You rise above it every time. Number 6, build a strong inner circle. Let's face it, the people you surround yourself with either elevate you or drag you down. There's no in-between. If you've been pouring your energy into relationships that leave you feeling drained, undervalued, or disrespected, it's time to change the game. Your inner circle isn't about having the most people. It's about having the right people. It's about choosing quality over quantity, strength over convenience, and loyalty over familiarity. Think about it. How many times have you clung to someone because they were always there, even when their presence did nothing but make you feel small? How many times have you justified keeping someone around because you've known them for years, even as they chipped away at your confidence, your dreams, your worth? That ends now. Building a strong inner circle starts with one critical step: cutting out the ones who don't deserve to be there. Your inner circle should be a sanctuary, a place where you can be vulnerable without fear, where you can dream without ridicule, and where your strength is celebrated, not resented. These are the people who show up when it matters, who listen without judgment, who push you to grow because they want to see you win. They're not jealous of your success, and they don't thrive on your failures. They're the ones clapping the loudest when you rise. Imagine your life as a garden. Every person in your inner circle is either watering it or draining it. Some are weeds, growing too close, taking up your space, stealing your energy. Others are the sunlight, helping you flourish, encouraging you to grow taller, stronger. It's time to pull out the weeds and let the sunlight in. You don't need anyone who dims your light. But let's be real. Letting go isn't easy. Cutting ties with people, even toxic ones, can feel lonely. It's tempting to hold on because it's familiar. But here's the truth. Every person you let go of makes space for someone better. Every weed you pull gives your garden a chance to thrive. Building a strong inner circle means trusting that the right people will come into your life when you make room for them. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, people who see your value, who challenge you in the best ways, who make you feel alive and unstoppable. Psychology proves that we reflect the traits of those closest to us. If you want to grow, you need to be around people who are also growing. If you want strength, seek out those who are strong. Let their energy mirror yours and amplify it. Say this affirmation: I create a circle of strength and respect. Write it, speak it, throw it in the comments. Let it remind you that your time, your energy, your presence are gifts, and only those who value them should be allowed in. Build your circle with care, guard it fiercely, and watch how your life transforms when you're surrounded by people who truly see and support you. I create a circle of strength and respect. Say it, live it, believe it. This is your foundation, your power, your home. Choose your people wisely and let them help you rise. Number 7, define and uphold your boundaries. The word alone makes some people uncomfortable, doesn't it? That's because boundaries are where control ends, where someone else's expectations and demands hit the wall of your self-respect. People who don't respect you, they hate boundaries. They'll call you cold, selfish, or distant. But here's the truth. They only call it selfish when it's no longer serving them. Boundaries aren't about keeping people out. They're about protecting what's inside. your peace, your energy, your self-worth. Those are sacred, and not everyone deserves access to them. When you define and uphold your boundaries, you're sending a clear message. I value myself too much to let you violate this space. It's not arrogance. It's not cruelty. It's survival. And the moment you set those boundaries, the moment you enforce them, you begin to weed out the people who were only there for what they could take. You've probably heard this before, but they're family, or they've been your friend for years. Let me tell you something. Time doesn't erase toxicity. If someone crosses the line and refuses to acknowledge it, they've made their choice, and you have to make yours. You have the right to say no. You have the right to choose what you allow in your life, and you have the right to protect your peace. Boundaries are not negotiable. If they don't like your boundaries, they can leave. And guess what? It's okay. The right people will understand and respect them. Let's get real. If you don't set boundaries, you're teaching people that your needs, your comfort, and your time don't matter. But when you say, "This is my space, and I won't tolerate anything less than respect," people take notice. They might not like it at first, but they will learn. And the ones who respect you for it, they'll stick around. Say this affirmation: I honor my boundaries, and they honor me. Write it, speak it, throw it in the comments. Let it be your mantra. Because your boundaries are not walls, they're gates. They protect what matters. They show the world that you know your worth, and you won't settle for less. I honor my boundaries, and they honor me. Say it. Live it. Believe it. This is your power. This is your peace. This is your life, and no one can take it from you.